So here I am starting a brand new NBA 2K my career because apparently 2K doesn't want to fix a little bug that's been going on in the game where if you request a trade, it says 10 days or you need some 10 games to play or something like that. You gotta play 10 games. And so I played 10 games and I go request a trade and it says you gotta play 10 games. So I sim the crap out of it and I go for about 2 or 3 seasons of just simming and trying to figure this out, and it's still not working. So I go on some forums and stuff like that, asking the question, what the hell's going on with this, and apparently some other people are having problems with it, and ultimately people are just saying that it's a bug and that 2K hasn't fixed it and probably won't fix it. So I'm starting a brand new, my career, even though my other guy was just fully decked out, so now I gotta recreate this guy. But we're redoing Derek Freeman, which is a center. We made him 7'3". He's got super long arms. He's basically a shot blocker, and last time we had him at around 270 pounds, but we just made him a solid 300 this time around. And so what we're gonna do is we're going to continue here, and then there's this part, this living the dream. They don't even want to spell it correctly. They want to do D-A, duh, dream. So the first time around I mostly just skipped all of this stuff, all of the dialogue, all of everything. I didn't really care. I watched the storyline as much because they basically force you to watch a majority of it. Tried to skip it whenever I could. I think a couple of times I was able to skip it, but for the most part you have to watch it. And I mean, it just goes through the whole process of you being in high school and then going to college, making the decision to go to college or what college you go to, what university you go to, and then when you get drafted and everything like that. And the storyline, which really pissed me off, continues through the first year of when you're drafted, and you only get to play like 4 or 5 games during the season and maybe 1 in the postseason or something like that, which was really annoying. But the storyline continues all the way until the beginning of the second season, and then that's finally when you have control over your guy and you don't have to watch the damn cutscenes anymore, and you can just freaking play as many games as you're able to. You can play the whole 82 game season. So I thought that was pretty annoying, and the storyline is pretty annoying because it's mostly just drama stuff where this guy Freak and his best friend keep getting into fights and stuff like that, and it's causing him problems, and the GM has to talk to him about it. And of course his friend is one of those moochers, those piggybackers that just sees someone who's going to be successful and immediately piggybacks and starts saying, we did this, we, and it wasn't we at all. It was just the one guy who did it, and then the other guy who's just piggybacking off of the guy who's going to be successful. And then his sister Cece is also kind of a piggybacker, but she kind of I assume she's the older. Oh no, they're twins, aren't they? Yeah, they're twins. She kind of acts like an older sister, like taking care of her brother, like helping him out as much as she can. She's kind of like her sort of manager, advisor type person, which is a little bit different than just being a pure moocher and piggybacker. At least she contributes a little bit, but still most of her identity is involved in her brother being an NBA player. They kind of shows that in the storyline where she's doing an interview, and they basically ask her some questions like, do we do anything other than that? And she's like, well, no, not really. They're kind of like making a point where most of her identity is just wrapped up around the NBA player, or the guy who's going to go to the NBA.
Move them out of here. They can sit back, chill, the rest of their natural born lives.
If we can move them out of here, because we know they're going to be kicking and screaming.
Right. Boom! CC.
Vic is the moocher, the guy who's just piggybacking off of Freak.
Too bad you got kicked off the squad.
There's always those kinds of guys around where they just they're just basically labeled as the fool, as they should be, and that's their kind of title in life. They are the fool because they're just foolish all around. They may have a good heart and do nice things every now and then, but ultimately they're the fool, and those are the kinds of people that you just gotta ditch. And that's eventually kind of what Freak has to end up doing. He kind of has to ditch Vic, but because Freak allows Vic to wrap his identity into saying, you know, we did this and all this stuff, it kind of, he doesn't snuff it out early enough, so it eventually becomes a problem, and then Vic kind of pulls a couple of those cards like, hey, I helped you, I did this and this, and then it kind of gets to Freak, and he's like, alright.
That's at 12 noon.
Yeah, and I'm gonna take a little nap, you know, so I'm well rested for them afternoon classes.
Big, you a trip, man.
Nah, son, hey, you want your boy in class nodding off, head on the desk, or you want me bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, raising my hand and answering mad questions in class?
Why didn't you just go to bed?
Because I can't sleep at night.
Freak, you believe this?
No.
Yo, it's the truth. I sleep better in the daytime. My doctor said that my biological clock is all turned around. You know, like up is down, down is up, left is right, right is left. Wait, how'd I... You know what? It's all good in the hood. You two know I'm dyslexic.
It's dyslexic.
Yo, you twisted for show.
Whatever. You know what's for lunch?
Monday's mystery meat. Hate it.
You know what? If you use your imagination, it tastes just like your mom's prime rib.
Tasty.
I'm saying though. All right, y'all. I bid you adieu.
I do.
Be safe, fam.
Yeah, no doubt.
Give me some.
So basically, Freak is like the popular guy who gets all the attention and is actually going places, and Vic is the loser sidekick that kind of just grabs coattail and just drags along behind, trying to mooch off the success like a leech.
FOF?
Yeah, that's hot, right?
Nah, that's corny.
Nah, you mad because you ain't come up with it. Let me go get the bag.
Please. All right, hurry up.
Hey, yo, Freak, I'm gonna see you later, man.
Yeah, hey, Vic.
What?
Get to school, man. No more missed days.
And you know me. I'm gonna be there.
That's exactly it, Vic. I know you, B. Get to school, man.
Whatever.
The slip dick. Hey, sis, hold up.
Welcome to My Court. Here you'll have an opportunity between games to upgrade your player or work on your shot timing and dribble moves. Not only that, your My Court is fully customizable through the 2K Sports Store. You can invite your friends over for private games or to meet up and hit the 2K Pro-Am courts together. What will you do next?
So this is our practice court, kind of the main area. First thing we're going to do is we have 10,800 virtual credits left over from our original Derek Freeman. So I'm going to spend it. I did mostly athlete. I think I had athlete all the way up at the top with my original guy. And so we're going to upgrade the athlete and make it level 4. Alright, now we're going to do a little bit of rebounding. Even though we're pretty good at rebounding since we're 7'3", we don't really need the skill as much. We're still going to add a little bit to rebounding. So rebounder, level 4. And then defender, we're definitely a post defender. Could spend the rest on jump shooter, get it to level 5. That'll help us out a lot. The more you score, the more points you get, so might as well upgrade jump shooting. Inside score, we have some left over. We can make it level 2. Get a little bit of inside scoring. That's mostly what we're going to be doing is athlete and inside scoring, and then move a little bit to jump shooter, and then go over to rebounder and defender. Even though since we're 7'3", we can rebound and defend pretty well already. Gonna go over to NBA animations, make sure we get the right animations because they just set you a default one, so you want to pick the ones that you like, the ones that are right for you. I remember the first time around I did it and I didn't select any dunking of any kind, any dunk animations, so I wasn't able to dunk even though I was 7'3", and I'm like, why am I not able to dunk? And I missed out on the opportunity to dunk on all the little high school kids and stuff, so this time around we're going to pick a shot here, and then we're going to pick some dunking animations and go dunk on some kids. So these are some of the dunks here. We're going to select pretty much all of them. What we might end up doing is going back and only selecting a couple, the ones that we really want to use during games. Because under the rim basket kind of seems to dominate all of them, or maybe it's the first one you select dominates the rest, but most of the dunks that you do when you do dunks, it's going to be pretty much only 1 or 2 different types of dunks, so selecting all of them doesn't really do all that much, but we're going to go back and kind of see which one we want. And all these are locked. All these are locked. Got a pregame. We're not going to do any pregames. And it looks like we are going to start our first game in high school. So we selected the Tornadoes. I know there was a bunch of options, like 3 different options. There was the inner city, kind of like Bulldogs, and then there was basically it's kind of like inner city, suburbs and then kind of outskirts of the suburbs is what I get, because it's like the Bulldogs have a very inner city vibe, and the Tornadoes have kind of like an outskirts of the city vibe. Hey, there's Vic being a fool. The fool. Acting like a fool. And then CC goes, "Let's get this win." Like she's involved too. Like she's getting the win too. Even though I'm gonna be doing all the work here. So we are the Tornadoes, and I am doing opening tip-off, and my dude is just towering over everybody else. So I don't even think I have to jump, but he's probably gonna jump anyway. Yep, he jumped. Alright, let's just throw it to me in the post, and I can dunk it on everyone. Alright, back down, see, one step dunk. There we go. I don't know why he's so excited. He just dunked over a small kid. So we are just a giant of a man, and these are just little boys, and they suck. They can't pass. Okay, throw it down, boom, dunk. I got this. Playing point. I just like to grab the ball, grab the rebound, and just run all the way down myself, because I can just back these little guys down. Go over here, dunk it. Easy enough. Grab rebound again. Outlet pass it, but nah. We're the ones who have to go to the university. We're the ones who are gonna play college ball. We're gonna go pro. Might as well be scoring all the points here in high school ourselves. Grab that rebound. Let's run. Sprint. The only thing about being 7'3" is that you're kind of slow. It's kind of like the slowest possible guy that you can be, if you're 7'3". You can kind of jog pretty well once you get your like athleticism all the way up, because your athleticism skill includes speed and such. So once you increase that, then you can just sprint kind of fast, even for a guy who's 7'3". Oh, get that out of here. I love blocking these kids. I'm just backing down the little guy. Little white guy. Slam it down again. And just get that steal right there. Easy. These guys are horrible at passing. Boom, spin around and dunk. We are killing them right now, 21-4. Easy block, easy block. So we pretty much killed them, and now we are going to talk to a couple of recruiters, and basically they just mention all the NBA players who have gone through their schools, and it's basically it. It's not gonna determine where we go. Originally I chose, what was it, Kentucky? And this time I'm not sure which one I'm going to choose, so we're going to kind of sit through all of them and find out which one looks best.
In one of the greatest cities in our nation, if not the entire world, you will develop into a top prospect in the NBA under the guidance of a talented coaching staff. Legends deserve a legendary path, and that path goes through Georgetown.
Everyone knows the respect that Villanova has in the basketball world, and our NBA roster boasts some of the most talented and passionate players in the NBA. Just look at the current play of former Wildcat Kyle Lowry. This could be you, freak. No, this will be you. We have been fans of yours since you dominated that big outdoor park tournament in back-to-back years. See, we love players with that street ball edge to them. It adds a dynamic that leads to success in college. Philadelphia is a great stage for you to continue your basketball career, and Villanova is the perfect institution for you to develop as a man. We look forward to your decision. Villanova Wildcats.
If you were to ask me who we are at Louisville, I would respond that we are an essential basketball institution. We can boast 3 national championships, 10 Final Four appearances, 21 alumni who've received 25 All-American selections. 7 of the aforementioned have received 8 consensus All-American selections. Players such as Wes Unseld, Darrell Griffith, and Francisco Garcia. Freak, you are the essential player this year and for years to come. Bring that to Louisville, and I promise to you, your dreams will be fulfilled and basketball greatness awaits.